Once again, welcome you all to this webinar on result enhancement. This workshop is specifically organized for helping students to improve their results. So there are a few points which over the years, like we have found that why students should be able to improve their results very comfortably, not without taking too much of efforts, but then like it has to be in an organized way. Now, as far as this webinar is concerned, this is organized by Alma Mater, and these are all the links, the social media links that we have, including the websites. There are a couple of websites that we have. One is almamater.co.in, and the other one is AMSPARKS.com. So these are a couple of websites that we have. Plus, these are the other social media pages where you can find us, and whatever updates that we are regularly doing will be available on these links. Whether if you're on Facebook, you can find us there. If you're on Instagram, you can find us there, LinkedIn as well. And there is a YouTube channel where we will be uploading all the video contents which are available for free, so that anytime anybody can just go there and just publicly view whatever they want. Like if they are trying to understand a particular subject, or if they are trying to understand a particular topic, right, those videos will be available, right? So these channels are there. Now, as far as Alma Mater is concerned, now let me just take you through. So Alma Mater was established in the year 2004. Now, what we do is it's like a human capital optimization company. Now, human capital, as we know, like humans, right, the intelligence needs to be worked on there, right? Every human has certain set of skill sets, has certain set of knowledge, but like every time there is a scope of improvement. Now, after we launched in 2004, we started in training, right? We training in the corporate side, and we also had the recruitment seminars being conducted during that time, right? So slow and steadily, right, we started expanding into different sections. So training is staffing of recruitment, and then like we have is something called as the KPO, knowledge process solutions. Right, what we do is this, like the back-end activity that takes care with a lot of companies, right? We help them set up that, and all the back-end work that needs to be done, completed, we have the setup to complete that part. Now, over the period of last like almost 17 years now, right, we know that what are the important things, like everything is all about the quality, right? Then we have the leadership part, which we need to take care of, right? Every time we try to give the solution, it has got some element of creativity attached to it. And moreover, right, our culture, right, it has been an ever evolving culture setup. It's like there are certain things that we stick to all the time, right? But then there is a segment like where we start, right, to improvise on our activities, like managing it through all the different generations. So we cater to all the generations. In fact, like we have, right, the CEO level people, like or the businesses where we need to cater to, or we have the school students, right? So right from, as we say, if you put like right from the school students to the owner of the companies, we have to take care of them all. Now, as far as our right, some of the achievements is concerned, like we are a international accreditation organization, and we also have been provider for BSS, that is Bharat Sevak Samaj. Now, this was an initiative for Planning Commission of India, right, and there was a 360-degree award which was provided to us, right, for revolutionary. It was considered to be a revolutionary award because right, it was, they were considering three aspects, like whether it is education, employment, or empowerment. And according to the planning commission, we fitted all the three bills. Like we were providing education to people, students, we were providing employment to people, and we were trying to empower them. So the Council of Education and Development Program, right, the CDP, they had provided us this award for it. Now, these are some of the awards that we got, but then apart from that, like over a period of time, our strength has been on corporate training, right, life and executive coaching. So like there is one section where we do the life coaching of every individual. So the development of each individual, we have somebody to cater to help them grow, right? Career development and skill upgradation workshops are constantly carried out with different people, different schools, different colleges. Similarly, campus and recruitment, that's one thing. Like when offer, this is specifically for all those students who are going to complete their graduation. So that is one thing. And obviously for the various companies, we cover staffing solutions and other part. So if you see here, for school, colleges, university, right, we provide different sets of trainings. Now there are 50 plus behavioral development training programs that we have covered, and these are some specific courses which are used for development of every individuals. And similarly, we do customized workshop. Now, these workshops are very specific to the need, whatever need has been worked on, we work on them. And we develop the workshop catering to those audience that is needed. Like, for example, like if a school student who are for 8th standard students, let's say. So 8th standard students will have some specific training programs, and like same way 10th standard students have some specific. So according to the need of the schools or colleges or universities, we develop the workshops, and according to that, we deliver that. Now, for senior students, right, we help them to understand from campus to the corporate life, how the transition can happen smoothly. And for once they reach, there are different set of management courses that we take care of. Now, more importantly, we have something called as on-the-job trainings, which can help them understand the companies, right, and have a closer look of how companies operate, and then same way later on the company themselves, right, adapt themselves, or like they just pull them up for their or taking the job, like providing them the job continuation with their internship and all. Now, teachers training we provide on handling different technologies with the schools, like how exactly, right, the presentation needs to be done, or how exactly, right, all the technology can be handled different way, different setups, right? If they're like they're conducting the presentation through internet, or if they're conducting the presentation just on the projectors, or they are planning to work on some kind of technological device to, right, add value to their teaching methodology. All these different sets of trainings are provided to them, and they can start learning. Now, these are also on-demand courses. So for example, like if, right, specific to a school, right, they are installing, right, the boards, the electronic boards, and they want to understand how these electronic boards work while they are teaching, or they want to just use a simple camera technology. So all this setup, we also help schools or colleges to have this setup done, right? The solutions, right? It's like generally like going from your regular blackboard teaching, right, which is one aspect that is very important, to utilization of all the technologies, right, to help them. So now, for example, Zoom will have, right, a technology called whiteboard. How you can use those whiteboards, what you can do. It can have the sharing of the system, how you can do, what you can do. So all the different technologies, whether it is, right, going online on video conferencing or using their own whiteboards to, right, submit the systems, or uh, train students at different level, different locations, or they can use, right, screens for mirroring. So there are different kind of technologies that happens. Now, apart from this, we also provide psychometric analysis. Now, within our website, if you go, there would be a section where, right, a career guidance section. Now, there students can just directly go submit their psychometric test. So they enroll in the test, they submit. So there are set of questions at different levels. So we know that the brain functions at different levels and different parts. Now, during the psychometric test, they just sit in one place. Whatever is their abilities of understanding, they submit their answer. And after they submit their answer, there is a result sent to them. Now, this result can be based on all the answers they have, and it is based on all the answers that is provided. And it can tell which part of your brain is more active, and according to that, like what would be your best career. For example, somebody's right side of the brain might be active, or somebody's cognitive side of the brain will be active, or logical side of the brain will be active. Based on that, we provide all this tests and analysis for students, obviously, right, campus to corporate trainings, or what they need to carry from the campus, any transition that is required from getting into the world of jobs or business, right? And more so important, we always believe that every student, right, should complete their colleges. It's not that now, a lot of times we face this issue that people like Bill Gates or people like Dhirubhai Ambani here, they never did their college, or they never completed their colleges, right? And they take that as the example, and they start uh, feeling that, okay, those are great, and those people are doing really great. But then that is only one aspect of it they are seeing, right? They are not seeing the efforts they put, or they are not seeing the right difficulties that these people have gone through, or they are not seeing the part where they did not complete the college graduation part, but then they picked up one thing that worked for them, and then they put their whole life effort into that, so learning and then making certain things is altogether a different thing. But then without learning or completing your college, or complete your education and doing things, that's altogether a different set. But we would, as educators, we always feel that completing your education is more important. Now, for every pathway of your life, we feel that good education is the prerequisite. And as they complete their colleges and their education, new avenues of opportunities starts opening up. That's the thing. And there are a lot of places where, right, students are not really aware that there are scholarships available, there are grants available, there are sponsorships available. All this are taken care by us. We help them understand, right? When the students, like anybody who is really good in studies, there is no stopping. We believe that there will be a way, and we also help them achieve those ways, so that money is not the constraint, right, for education. That is one thing that we did. And same way, like people can also make their earnings while they are learning. So it's not that, for example, I started my earnings while I was doing my college. So, right, it gave me an experience at the same time. The only thing is the level of efforts when we do that, earning while learning, is different. So we need to put on certain number of hours for working and certain number of hours for learning. That that requires a lot of discipline. So we help them understand that discipline part. And obviously, if they want to start their employment or their company by themselves, they want to become an entrepreneur, we help them with all that. Now, apart from all this, like we create a learning management system. We help them for all the schools and colleges, right? So that the entire process can be set. Now, the next level of education after the COVID situation, what the last 2 years has taught us is the system needs to be a hybrid system. So as a school, as a college, or as a university, or as an institute, we need to have models where, right, all these recordings or all this online classes also needs to be a part of your regular teaching. So that is one thing. And this hybrid models are going to be the one which are going to be futuristic. And that would also help in expanding the reach throughout the globe, not only to a particular area. A lot of times a school, there are opportunities, there are systems which are like, there are best of the teachers available in the school. But then if those best teachers are only teaching to a handful of students and they are not able to reach to people at global level or at different locations, then that's a challenge. But then those uh, specialized teachers needs to be given an opportunity. They need to be working on systems. So we help all the teachers to grow on that part also. And same way, right, there are a lot of materials that needs to be converted from the regular format in the teaching materials, which are there on notebook format, textbook format, or it's like a non-video format, needs to be converted into an electronic format. We help them do that, how to do that. So the transition. So over the period of next 2 to 3 years time, I think there would be a lot of efforts that would be required from the different people. We help them do that. Same way, like the application, if they need to send, we get them. Oh, right. So learning through the mobile app is one of the trend now, but we also make them understand that, okay, learning through mobile is one thing, the efforts that you need to put for learning is different thing. But then at the same time, companies or the schools or the right colleges or the institutes, through the app, the facility is that they can learn anywhere and anytime. That's the whole idea. So we help schools to develop their own applications also, and we guide them how to. As a company, we provide internships to students. Currently also we are running internship programs. And the whole idea is to make the students more employable. At the same time, if they can create employment for the others, that's also taken. Technical facilities to organizations as needed, we provide the help. Same way, organizing such webinars, workshops with all kind of support, technical or back-end activity, we help them that. Now coming to right, this setup where why we are organizing, or how this idea came up, is like few years back, we launched the program called as support program aimed at raising knowledge and skill. That's the Sparks. Now this, right, within Sparks, what we thought is every individual also needs to be catered to, and at the same time, institutes also needs to be catered to, right? This support program helps to find a set where all this need of the hour comes in the picture, right? Like today we know that, okay, there has to be a hybrid system for education. We are going towards it. Tomorrow we might have something to do with artificial intelligence to include into the system, right? We are on the way to do that. So we will also include those things into the support programs for, right? So Alma Mater, over the period of last 16 years, the entire set has been this.